World War I, also known as the Great War, was a global conflict that took place from 1914 to 1918, involving many of the world's great powers. The initial phases of World War I were marked by rapid mobilization, intense fighting on the Western Front, and the expansion of the conflict to involve multiple nations. Number 1. Outbreak of war. World War I began on July 28, 1914, with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary. The conflict quickly escalated as alliances came into play. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, and a chain reaction of declarations followed. Germany declared war on Russia on August 1, 1914, and on France on August 3, 1914. Germany then invaded Belgium on August 4, 1914, leading Britain to declare war on Germany. Number 2. Schlieffen Plan. Germany implemented the Schlieffen Plan, a military strategy aimed at quickly defeating France and then turning east to face Russia. However, the plan faced obstacles in the form of strong Belgian resistance and unexpected French resilience at the Battle of the Marne, September 6 to 12, 1914. The Allies successfully halted the German advance, leading to trench warfare on the Western Front. Number 3. Trench warfare. The Western Front became characterized by a vast network of trenches that stretched from the North Sea to the Swiss border. Trench warfare resulted in a stalemate, with both sides entrenched and struggling to gain any significant ground. Battles such as Ypres, 1914, and Verdun, 1916, witnessed intense fighting and large casualties. Number 4. Eastern Front. Meanwhile, on the Eastern Front, Germany and Austria-Hungary faced Russia. The Eastern Front was more fluid than the Western Front, with large-scale battles and territorial changes. The battles of Tannenberg, 1914, and the Masurian Lakes, 1915, saw German victories, while the Russians achieved successes in the Battle of Galicia, 1914. Number 5. War at sea. Naval warfare played a significant role, with both the Allied and Central Powers employing blockades and naval skirmishes. The British Royal Navy maintained a blockade of Germany, limiting its access to vital resources. The most notable naval engagement was the Battle of Jutland, 1916, a large-scale clash between the British Grand Fleet and the German High Seas Fleet. Number 6. War in the Middle East. The conflict also extended beyond Europe. The Ottoman Empire joined the Central Powers in late 1914, leading to campaigns in the Middle East. The Allies, particularly British forces led by General Edmund Allenby, sought to gain control of key territories like the Suez Canal and Mesopotamia. Number 7. Use of new technologies. World War I witnessed the introduction of new and deadly technologies, including machine guns, tanks, poison gas, and aircraft. These innovations transformed the nature of warfare, contributing to the high casualty rates and the prolonged duration of the conflict. The initial phases of World War I laid the groundwork for the protracted and devastating conflict that would follow. The war would evolve over the subsequent years, with new fronts opening, alliances shifting, and the world witnessing unprecedented levels of destruction and loss. Franco-German rivalry. The long-standing enmity between France and Germany, stemming from previous conflicts like the Franco-Prussian War, remained a destabilizing factor. France sought to regain territories lost in previous wars, leading to a hostile atmosphere between the two nations. Naval arms race. The naval arms race between Britain and Germany added to the overall militarization of Europe. Both nations sought to build powerful navies, contributing to a sense of competition and mistrust between them. Treaty obligations. Various treaties and secret agreements further complicated the diplomatic landscape. The Schlieffen Plan, devised by Germany, involved a swift invasion of France through Belgium. When Germany enacted this plan, it violated Belgium's neutrality, drawing Britain into the conflict, as they were obligated to defend Belgium under the Treaty of London. The events of 1914 and 1915 set the stage for a protracted and devastating conflict. The initial optimism of a short war and the belief in the glory of battle were soon replaced by the grim reality of trench warfare and the immense human cost of the First World War. The issues leading to the war were deeply rooted in the geopolitical landscape of the time, and the subsequent years would witness the unfolding of one of the most significant conflicts in human history. While it is challenging to encapsulate the entire scope of the issues leading to World War I, the period from 1914 to 1915 witnessed several critical developments that heightened tensions and eventually plunged the world into war. Assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, 1914. The spark that ignited World War I was the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary on June 28, 1914, in Sarajevo. This event set off a chain reaction of diplomatic and military mobilizations. The assassin was a Bosnian Serb nationalist, and Austria-Hungary, seeking to punish Serbia for alleged involvement, issued an ultimatum. The series of events that followed marked the beginning of hostilities. Alliance systems. Europe was divided into two major alliance systems: the Triple Entente, comprising France, Russia, and the United Kingdom, and the Triple Alliance, including Germany, Austria, Hungary, and Italy. These alliances were formed to counterbalance power and maintain stability. However, when tensions rose, the alliances escalated the conflict. The interconnected web of treaties meant that a localized conflict could quickly escalate into a continent-wide war. Militarism. The major European powers engaged in an arms race, with military buildups and the development of advanced weaponry. Nations invested heavily in their military capabilities, fostering an environment where war was seen as a viable solution to conflicts. The belief in military strength as a means of securing political objectives contributed to the willingness of nations to resort to force. Imperialism. The late 19th and early 20th centuries saw intense competition among European powers for colonies and territories around the world. Imperial ambitions heightened rivalries and created additional sources of tension. The scramble for colonies led to diplomatic disputes and fueled nationalistic sentiments. Nationalism. Nationalistic fervor was widespread in the years leading up to World War I. Ethnic and national aspirations, coupled with a sense of superiority, fueled tensions between nations. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand exposed the deep-seated nationalist sentiments in the Balkans, contributing to the eruption of war.